Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the best investing channel on YouTube. I am your host Carter, and in today's video we are going to be looking at ticker symbol CPNG. I believe it's Coupang. I don't even know how to say it, so don't roast me in the comments about it. It's very hard. I have no idea. But we're going to be breaking down, should you buy this stock, what's going on with it, because there's a lot of volatility, a lot of news about it, and obviously some fundamentals and some technicals before investing into this company. And then I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on pretty much how you guys should invest. So what is this company, right? We all heard of it, but what do? Well, this company is an e-commerce site, right? And they had their IPO earlier this year. Now, why this stock got a ton of traction is because the one and only Bill Gates, he sold his Apple shares, right? And his Twitter shares, and invested roughly $200 million into this company, right? So we've seen this stock really hit lows here at 30, and ever since then start seeing a lot of buying pressure enter this stock, right? It's up 4% today. And the craziest part about this thing is we've seen him invest, we've seen a lot of other huge hedge funds invest, and this company is growing extremely fast. Now, a lot of people compare them to an Amazon based in South Korea, which is absolutely crazy. So it's like investing in, an overseas Amazon, right? So the craziest thing is they've increased their revenue by 74% year over year. And in their last quarter, they've increased their active customers by 21%, which is crazy. But what's the difference between this company, right, and Amazon? Well, this company does have a food delivery and advertising segment, right? And they grew that by an astonishing 126%. So I know I'm saying a lot of numbers right now, but the biggest thing you guys can get from this is they are growing very fast, right? They're expected to grow their revenue right at around 56%, and by 2022, 37%. So you might be saying, well, Carter, why is this stock getting absolutely hammered? Well, it's a growth stock, right? So this thing goes up and down at rapid rates, very similar to how Amazon used to trade, Apple used to trade. There's a lot of volatility, right? Another thing you need to know about this stock is the cash on hand. You always hear me talk about it. How much cash does this company have? Well, they have around $4 billion in cash, right? So is that good? How much debt do they have? Because if they have $200 billion in debt, that's terrible. Well, they have $4 million in cash and only $1 billion in long-term debt. So that's pretty good, really, because they have more than enough cash on hand to pay off their long-term debt if need be, and they can use that cash to continue to grow the business, which is fantastic, okay? But what is the downside to, CPNG? What's the downside? Well, all right, one, the company is not profitable, but in hindsight, it's very common to see these companies, these startups, and these growth stocks not be profitable. It's super common, and they lost about $300 million last quarter, okay? Not to mention, they do have a decent margin. I would say decent if you compare them to other e-commerce sites, right? They have a margin at 17%, which we always hope that will continue to grow. So that means every $100 they bring in profit, around $17 for every 100, but they're still not profitable. So they're using that money, reinvesting it back into the business to overall grow it larger, okay? Not to mention, they do have quite a bit of competition in South Korea, because that is near the headquarters of Alibaba and JD, right? So we all know those are the two more popular e-commerce sites based, in China and in the international markets, right? And the final thing that a lot of people don't like is they consider this a little overvalued because it's trading 4.79 times trailing revenue, which a lot of people consider that overvalued. But it's super common to see that, especially among growth stocks, okay? So now that we have a good understanding of a lot of the fundamentals, what are the technicals? What support, resistance, my price target, okay? So ever since this stock fell below this 200 moving average line, it's had a very, very hard time breaking above it, right? We've seen this thing get slammed down, right, and fell below it. Okay, now every time it hits this yellow line, we see a lot of sell-off. Okay, so it comes in contact, sell-off. almost in here, sell off in here, and sell off in here. So we've seen this act as overall resistance multiple times. I really think we'll start seeing a lot of buying pressure, and within the next couple of weeks, we will see a breakout of this 200 moving average line, okay? And so a good strategy that I would recommend is dollar cost averaging. So you guys can use this volatility to your advantage, because it's probably going to be going up and down at pretty rapid rates, right? One, it was at $69, and then, month or so later, it's at 30. There's a lot of volatility behind this. Use it to your advantage, okay? So dollar cost average it, figure out however much you want to invest invest $10 a week, $100 a week. Just be consistent. Anytime this thing sells off more than 4%, double what you normally will put in, and you guys will make a ton of money in the long term. So this is what's going on with this stock. I'm super excited, and it's probably my favorite growth stock right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and overall, I hope you guys got something of value, and we will see you guys later. Take care, everyone.